7 times 9 equals trouble by Claudia Mills, illustrated by G. Brian Carr. Chapter 7. On Wednesday, Wilson passed 3 times tables tests, the 9th, the 10th, and the 11th. He wondered if he had set a world record for the most times tables tests ever passed by one person in a single day. Nope, Josh said flatly when Wilson suggested this. They were standing together after school outside the kindergarten door waiting for Kipper. Laura passed 5 tests in one day. On the first day we started taking them, she did the 0s, the 1s, the 2s, the 3s, and the 4s all in 10 days. It figured. Still, Wilson was grateful to Laura for showing him the 9 trick. He couldn't hate her for having snatched his world record anyway. Plus, passing 3 tests in one day was still pretty terrific. World record or no world record. Even Squiggles looked extra happy when Wilson had taken him out of his cage to celebrate. The kindergarten door opened, and Kipper came bursting out first in line. "Guess what?" he said. Wilson didn't bother to guess. Usually when Kipper had news, it was about his teacher read a story to class about penguins and he was going to tell Peck Peck, or that he had drawn a picture of an alligator in art and he was going to tell Snappy. "I showed Miss Mackey how I can multiply by 2s, and she said she's going to send me to a special math group with a bunch of first graders." Wilson's own big news didn't seem so big anymore. Wilson had never been picked to be in a special math group and would never be. Even though he had done well in math today, he still expected to be the last kid in their class to get his ice cream cone, if he ever got it. Everybody said the 12s were the worst. Wilson had heard Becca say that the 12s were harder than all the others put together. With Wilson's luck, Kipper would tear through his times table tests in his special math group and get his cone before the end of kindergarten. And Kipper would be merrily dripping his cone all over Snappy and Peck Peck while Wilson's cone was getting buried in ice in the school freezer. "That's great, Kip," Josh said since Wilson hadn't said anything. "See you guys tomorrow." "When we get home, can you show me the 3s?" Kipper asked Wilson as they started walking. "No," Wilson said. He tried to keep his voice patient and responsible. "Because I have to work on my 12s, and I have 10 spelling sentences to write, and I have to start on my shoebox diorama of a Colorado mammal. If only there were a funny rhyme or magic tricks for 12s. But deep down, Wilson knew there wasn't. He was going to have to get over that last mountain ridge on his own. Somehow. "Can Peck Peck be in the shoebox diorama?" Kipper asked. "Are penguins Colorado mammals?" "No." Some questions simply could not be answered in a patient and responsible way. "How did you do on your 9s, honey?" she asked Wilson then. "Great, I passed them." "Great, do you want me to time you on your 10s?" "I passed them too, and 11s." "Wilson, that's wonderful!" She tried to draw him into a hug, but he pulled away. "Not really." "Of course it is. 3 times tables in one day, I bet that's a record." "Get real, Mom," Wilson snapped. "Passing 3 times table tests in one day might be a world record for kindergarten, not 3rd grade." "Honey," his mom said gently, "your dad and I are both very proud of how hard you've worked. Some things come easily for some people. Look how good you are at art. Some things take more time, and we're proud of you for putting in the time." Wilson turned away. He felt as if he might cry. Unfortunately, Wilson wasn't finished putting in time, and the more Wilson tried to study his 12s that afternoon, the more Kipper got in his way. "Did you know that Ben T wears size 12 underwear?" "No!" Wilson hadn't known that, and he didn't need to know. "Isaac L. wears size 8, and I wear size 6. Did kindergartners really have nothing better to do with their time than compare underwear? Go away, Kipper. The 12s are hard and I need to learn them by Friday. Sitting on the family room couch, Wilson stared down at his paper. Do you want me to time you? No, I want you to go away. What size underwear do you wear? Can I go check in your drawer? Wilson had enough. Mom, Kipper's bothering me. Kipper got a smug look on his face. Mom, he called out, his voice imitating Wilson's. Wilson's tattling on me. Their mother came into the room. She didn't like tattling. Kipper, stop bothering Wilson, she said, sounding tired and frazzled. Come along with me to the kitchen. Before Kipper followed, he arranged Snappy and Peck Peck to keep Wilson company. Snappy was perched on Wilson's right knee, and Peck Peck was perched on Wilson's left knee. As soon as Kipper was out of sight, Wilson gave his knees a mighty heave. But it made him feel so bad to see Snappy and Peck Peck lying face down on the floor, so he picked them up and stuck them at the bottom of the couch. Stuffed animals weren't company. Real animals were company. If only Squiggles would come home with Wilson every weekend and the day after school and on winter break and on spring break and on summer vacation. If only Wilson had a pet of his own to keep him company all year through. Wilson walked into the kitchen to find his mother. I thought you needed peace and quiet to study without Kipper bothering you, his mother said. What I need is a pet, Wilson said. I need a dog or a cat or a bunny or a guinea pig or a hamster. We'll see, his mom said. Wilson and Kipper exchanged looks, their quarrel forgotten. It was the first time their mother hadn't said no. We'll see usually ended up meaning no, but there was a small space between we'll see and no that was just bigger enough for hope to creep in. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.